Deep Blue Sea the most of all of them because it achieved when there was so much going against it, with its budget, with the precedent set for the last film, with the unknownness that some people didn't even realize there was a second movie, much less a third movie, and yet it's so good and so successful and made with like a lot of care. And I really love Deep Blue Sea 3. I think it's so great.
Yeah,
hey, we're with you. We love
so.
This movie. And I really think that it's easy to watch a big budgeted film, and like I get more enjoyment from the tiny movies like the Tremors 2 or a like Cult of Chucky or Deep Blue Sea 3 that had very limited budgets, and they couldn't, probably not that many days of shooting, probably didn't have, I bet crews or maybe were working on bigger budgeted stuff. But I just love how they're able to just look excellent on a budget, like Insidious and those types of films. Those for me are more thrilling than watching a $200 million movie that looks good. Now, it's incredibly hard to make a wonderful looking $200 million movie because you have so many different eyes on it. But for me, it's more thrilling to watch a movie like this and see it succeed, because so many don't in this world. That there are some really cool outliers that are just shining examples of making movies on a budget, and this is one of them. And this is why I like it so much. It just makes me happy, and it's good filmmaking.
Especially because with the shift we've had towards like blockbuster films, because they need to appeal to like a lot of overseas markets usually. That's what, every Marvel movie, every Star Wars movie, every Fast and Furious movie, they're made with like an algorithm for overseas markets in particular. But when you have like a lower budget or like the long lost art of the medium budget film, it finds its audience in such a unique way that doesn't usually have large marketing. It has word of mouth. And so the people who have these movies appreciate them so much more,
Yeah. I love it. It makes me happy.
Film budgets are too big anyway. They could make the giant budget films, cut their budget in half. You could probably make the same film with some just better decisions, just a little more efficiency in there. I feel like
probably.
Yeah. Less shrimp.
That's a pet peeve for another
menu
day.
every day.
Yes. Okay, well, Harmony, do you want to tell the listeners where they can find you and what it is that you do over at This Ends at Prom?
Oh yeah, so I host This Ends at Prom with my wife BJ, and we reanalyze teen girl movies or coming of age movies through her very nostalgic lenses and my complete lack of awareness of most of these movies, because being trans, I grew up in a teen boy world, so I missed out on a lot of these coming of age teen girl films. And we see how they worked in their time and how they hold up now, and just really try to break down characters, themes, context, and really shine a light on a genre of film that is often overlooked, or at the very least, like, sort of looked down on. And as far as like what I do outside of This Ends at Prom, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at VelociTraptor, Veloci_trap_tour, where I write mostly about horror. I pop up kind of everywhere whenever I do panels or podcasts or any sort of writing piece, and it all usually gets shared on my Twitter.
Very nice. Thank you very much, and thank you for joining us. And listeners, you can...
Thank you.
Happy to have you. Listeners, you can find this podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Deep Blue Sea Pod, or email us deepblueseapod@gmail.com, and you can find more of my writings over at lifeversusfilm.com, Life vs Film. Follow me on Twitter at LifeVSFilm. Or you can head over to the LAM, the large association of movie blogs, largeassmovieblogs.com, which is, as it sounds, a huge collection of online movie blogs and podcasts. If you have a movie blog or podcast and want to find a community of other like-minded folk, we've got over 2,000 members at this point, and we're always on the lookout for more, so come join us over at the LAM. Mark, where can people find you?
I just want to say hello to all of our listeners in Saudi Arabia.
Yes,
we just
hello.
popped up at number 8 on the charts there, so that's really cool. We beat out Wildly Dead Meat, and we're right below NPR. And also in Gambia, we're still number 2. So NPR and like the two of us, we're the top 2 in that country right now as far as film reviews. So hello to everyone listening to that. You can find me at Movies, Films, and Flicks, Movies, Films, and FLX. You can check out the podcast, my reviews, and my weird data articles. I also write for Rotten Tomatoes, so Mark Hoffman Rotten Tomatoes. You can listen to RT is Wrong, and then Versus videos. I do the research on that. And then you can check out the film theory videos I do on YouTube with the Film Theorist. So just type in Mark Hoffmeyer Film Theory. I have episodes coming out about How to Survive the Saw franchise, but in a good way. Like I analyze everything, not just like don't get trapped. Like I watch the entire franchise, I analyze it, I did an analysis, and it's not like this is how you survive a reverse bear trap. It's numbers, it's data, it's really fun. I did a How to Kill a Minion video that should be coming out soon. What's the most Fast and Furious movie? We turned my article that I wrote into a video for that, so you can check that out there. So yeah, that's where you can find me.
Very cool. Well, as for this week, thank you very much to Harmony for joining us.
Thank you so much. This is the best way to wake up on a Sunday morning and really like hit the ground running.
Excellent. Happy to help. I've been Jake Lewis.
And I'm Mark Hoffmeyer.
And we'll Deep Blue see you next week. I don't know. It's took me like 50 episodes to come up with that. I'm just annoyed with myself that we haven't been doing it this whole time.
Oh, man.
It's so perfect. It's
right.
It was just right in front of you.
Right there.
Oh, that's good one. That's funny. I didn't see that coming.